It says I'm live. I'm alive. It's alive. Oh. Let's see if it pops up in the other one here. Oh, there it goes. It's popping up. So we can put that on mute. Okay. Let me see if it'll let me do invites now. Let's go here. I'll click there. Come on, I can't do that. Oh, darn. Oh, gee, oh, darn. I want to go to the Google, but I don't want to give that. Let's see. Is it going to show? I don't want it to show how to get in yet. Don't want it to go to public. I want it to go to hello, viewer. Working on sending out my invites. Frequently contacted. Let's see. Got that one. I don't want to send it to everybody in there, but anybody that can come in and chat is welcome. I thought I had it. I was sitting here talking away and stuff. Thought I had everything all set up and online. Next thing you know, I look down and it says not on air or something. I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Sitting here talking to myself and I wasn't even online. How crazy. But that's me, crazy. But yeah, anybody can come in and chat. I did someone to Lucky and to Deb. I think that's all I got in that one. I think I did this one. Okay. I think I did that one. Well, I'll just add it in there anyhow. I just thought I'd have a short chat. It's been quite a long week this week. Working 2 jobs. Select this circle. Done. All right, I think that's it. I think that'll work. All right, and I hit this and close. Oh, right. So, who do we have out there? Who is my viewer? My screen shrinks too small and I can't see it. I don't know. I keep bumping that thing all the time. So I type, hello. Who are you? See if we can find a neat little icon. I see you. Cool. But yeah, I was working. Well, see, today is the Tuesday would have been day 8, day 9, Thursday, day 10. Today is day 10. Day 10 I've been working. But I thought, well, let's see if anybody's out there and want to chit chat a little bit or come in and hang out for a little bit. I don't know, probably do about an hour. It all depends on what we get talking about. Maybe we'll do a little bit longer. But yeah, it's been a long week. I thought it'd be nice to sit and do some talking with people tonight. Just for a little bit. Don't matter. So if you want to come in on the panel, just say something if I haven't sent you an invite to come in. About over this cold. I still got a little like a dry tickle coffee there. Coffee. I'm drinking coffee. I know I'm crazy. Okay. The little Class C has left. I was going to try to do a little video of it leaving and waving goodbye, but it was getting dark. They were wanting to get on the road. Trying to make sure we had everything I was giving them, like the sewer hose, the water hose, the stabilizers, and different things to make sure, this is their first time having a RV too. They've got like a small pull behind camper, but as far as having holding tanks and black tanks and stuff, it's their first time. So I was trying to do a little walkthrough with them. Plus, we've known each other since around 1990, and I told them, email me, give me a call if you have any questions. I said, I'm going to tell you who your number one best friend is. If you have a question or not sure what to do or what it's about, I said, go to YouTube, type in how to empty your black tank, how to, clean out your freshwater tank, all that stuff. So YouTube could be your best friend. It's learning all the things you need to know about RVing. And they like it being the older model. He said the motor just sounds excellent. I said, yeah, you're getting at least the price of the motor, what the motor's worth. I said the rest of it, I guess, pretty much coming free with it. So if you want to come in and chat, come on the panel. You don't have to use your picture if you don't want. You can just sit with your little icon thing if you'd like, and whatever. I just thought I'd want to sit and chat with some people tonight. If you want to come on in, sitting here shooting the breeze. So yep, the little Class C camper is gone. I said bye-bye to it yesterday, and they said, well, I bet you're happy to see it go. I said, well, no, not really. I kind of enjoyed the little thing for traveling that, and took my grandkids camping in it. First time I took my two oldest grandkids, and we had a great time camping in it. But I like this one, yes, because it's got more room, and it is bigger, but more room, real, more of a comfortable, homey feel. Not that my little Class C didn't. It's just all how you make it. But it's easier for the dogs too to have a little room. But yeah, I just wanted to sit here and do a little chit chatting tonight and update you. Well, I haven't been on much with the campground is getting a little slow, so the lodge down the road by the same owner is getting a little busy. So on my days off this week, yeah, CC, I know the same feeling. Like I say, well, this is my day 10, and the new schedule hasn't come out, so I still work tomorrow and Saturday, and hopefully the new schedule will be out tomorrow. So that will be a total of 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's going to be like 12 days straight before I hopefully get my day off. Normally I have Sunday, Monday, but the other work camper couple had doctor's appointments, so the schedule got changed around. So it was supposed to be Wednesday, Thursday. So we were working, normally come back on Tuesday morning, and then we're going to work all the way through to this week, Tuesday, which has been 8 days. Then the lodge needed some help because they're busy, and of course they like my work, so they said, well, do you think if you get off early there or your days off, would you like to come help us make some money? Because when I work at the lodge, I will get $1 more an hour than I do here. So instead of 8, I get 9. I'm like, yeah, I can't beat that. Plus I need the income, so who doesn't want some money? And if I have to work for it, like I say, job's a job. No matter what job you work, it's got to be done. So do it. And if you just do it and get it done, your day's done. Weird concept for work, but it's no matter what job you do, it's got to be done. So yesterday and today, I worked for the lodge all day. And then the next 2 days is my days for the campground. The new schedule starts Sunday. Yeah, but I don't do it often. It's a lot of days in between days off, but I don't do it that often. Just they're really needing the help, and plus, I guess during the next 10 days or within 10 days, they've got this big photography retreat coming up that will, I I'm not sure how many days it's for. I think it's for a full week. And they said they're book solid. A Chevy Van Man. Yeah, save the extra money to pay on the bills or save it for a rainy day. That is so true. That's what I'm trying to do. Because the work camping will slow down during the winter. And then if the lodge doesn't need some help, well, then I've got some money that I'm making now to put towards the payments of my camper if things get slow. At least I'm trying to put a little something away for, like you said, rainy day. So it's nice to see some people popping in here, and anybody can come on the panel if you want, so I don't have to sit there and talk to myself. Not that I don't do that, but anyhow. So yeah, it's been a long week. It'll be 2 more days before I find out what the new schedule, or hopefully tomorrow I'll find out what the new schedule is. So ended up, my starter on the pickup had been acting up. I got a little dusty in my eye. I'm doing a lot of dusting and stuff today. So the other day, yesterday, we went to lodge, me and my work partner. We went to leave work, and the starter decided it didn't want to work at all. Just a click, click, click. So I got the hammer out, crawled up under it, tap, tap, tap. Get in, crank it, click, click, click. Tried it a couple times, so finally Maxine called her husband. So when he come over there, he crawled under, and as he's tapping it, I'm clicking it. Finally, it started. And he says, don't shut it off. Go straight to Maryville and get yourself a starter. Because if you shut it off, you may not ever get it started again. So after working all day at the hotel, cleaning rooms, went to Maryville, got the starter. I knew I wasn't going to probably have time to make something to eat, so I grabbed me a mushroom Swiss from Hardee's. Then I had to stop at Dollar General and get my stomach pills, acid stomach pills, and came home. It was already, I don't know, probably 6:30, 7 o'clock. So then I asked the neighbor guy camper, who says he's worked on mechanics for, and if I did get one, he would help me. So I thought, well, if he can get it tonight, great. If not, when I got back from working today, I would get up under there and do it. I have done some mechanics before. I don't have as much strength as I used to for bolts and stuff, but one way or another, I was going to get it done. Even if I had to do it myself and get greasy, I don't care. I've been a grease monkey before. But he was able to go ahead and change it for me, so the truck no longer has a problem starting, so I don't have to worry about going anywhere, and now I can actually leave the campground and shut my vehicle off and go somewhere or do something, or take right up in the mountains or whatever, not worry about getting stranded. So yay, every time the truck cranks, I'm like, yeah, didn't that sound great? Yeah, that's wonderful. And then, let's see, was the starter. My golf cart don't seem to want to be charging right. So they're going to have to check that out. The charge light stays on. I plug it in. It's electric one. I plug it in. The charger that's underneath there is supposed to have that dial that moves to let you know it's charging. Well, that's not happening. But the maintenance guy took one of these. It's a different one than I've seen. It's to see whether or not there's electric going through the cord. So he put it on the cord in different places. It's getting electric. Put it on charger cord. It's getting electric. So he says, I don't know right offhand. He said, it's showing that there's current running through the line. I said, okay. Well, it's been plugged in 2 days, and that battery charge light keeps popping on and off. So I guess when I go down to the office tomorrow and start working, and if the golf cart dies in the middle of the driveway or whatever, they're going to have to do something with it. No, the battery's good, because actually before I even knew it was a starter, I took it to, was it Advanced Auto, one of those places, and asked them if they could come out and check and see if it was either the starter or the battery or what. So it was running, He checked the battery and stuff, says it looked like the charging system was charging fine. And then he turned it off, and then he turned it back on. Of course, it clicked a couple times, and then it cranked up. And he said, yeah. He goes, if the battery's charging and everything in that area is fine, he says, then definitely, oh, on the golf cart. Oh, I see. Yeah, it could be, because I don't know how old it is, because they look like older golf carts. And they added some water to the battery. That's a possibility. And then they got like a regular car charger thing under the back side, so when we plug them in, it's automatically connected to the battery and stays connected at all times, so that way we can just plug them in at night. I told them, when I lift the seat and they were putting water in the battery, I said, well, it looks like there's some corrosion around the cables. And if it were me, I would first, okay, they put water in it, fine. If next thing they should do is at least clean the cables off. And see that, and maybe, I guess they don't have an extra charger down in the shop, so I don't know if we can borrow someone else's charger and put it on my cart to see if that might be the situation. Maybe it's the charger. So yeah, either battery or charger, but they're gonna have to fix it, otherwise I can't go from cabin to cabin with all this cleaning supplies and laundry and all that walking. And right now I don't know if they have an extra cart anywhere. So hopefully tomorrow we'll find out what's wrong. Oh, Steph. But yeah, I wish I could afford to do that photography retreat, because I love my photography. It's run by the owner, Mr. Wilson, of the hotel in the lodge, and I think he said it's called Majestic Photography. I'll have to look it up again, but he's got a lot of pictures on there. Time to tear the electric motor out of it and install a 500cc motorcycle engine. If it was my choice, I would rather have a gas-powered golf cart than this electric thing, because we got a lot of hill. We go up to the cabins all the time, and it puts along. But yeah, I'd love to have the gas one. They got 2 gas ones, 2 electric ones, and let's see, 1, 2, 3 gas ones. The maintenance guys get the gas ones. Us housekeepers get the electric ones. I wish I had the gas one. It's like with a forklift. Electric ones are good for some things and not bad, but when you drive electric forklift, them things got power. Let's see. CC says you will have the only golf cart that can do 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. Oh man, I could almost do wheelies, couldn't I? Do Oh yeah. Well, the boss here at the campground, her name is Judy, and I told her one day, I said, man, I was flying down that hill so fast. Going downhill, it goes great. I was going down the hill so fast. I told her when I was clocking out for lunch, I said, oh my gosh, I said that cart was flying. Hi, Mom. And as it was flying, I said, I think I was speeding for once. And Judy goes, if you speed, Judge Judy is going to give you a ticket. So now we call her Judge Judy. I said, uh-oh. I said, if Judge Judy gives me a ticket, how much is it going to be? She goes, you have to bake something, some kind of a sweet for everybody. I'm like, oh, okay, I think I can do that. So we kind of call her Judge Judy now. But yeah, if anybody wants to come on the panel, just let me know if you didn't get an invite or the site to come on. I sent them, I believe, to people's YouTube Messenger or Messengers. Yeah, Messenger. But yeah, being a long week, I just want to kind of sit and chat a little bit with some people and visit a little bit. I haven't been lasting too long at night. like Cece says, trying to hold the eyes open. I'd say some nights I've probably been crashing about 9 o'clock. And usually I stay up till like midnight. So for me to crash at 9 p.m. and sleep all night long, I'm definitely tired. No doubt. I'm maybe a 5-hour sleeper. So that's been pretty much a lot of the week. And then, yeah, I'm working a lot of hours. Well, not working a lot of days, not necessarily like a lot of hours. I stopped at the grocery store down here and I picked up an application for part-time nights. So if it if it's going to get slow during the winter time, why not put an application in and work a couple nights? I'm not going to work a full week, but if they need me 2 or 3 nights a week from like 6 to 10, they close at 10, that I might as well, make some income while I got the chance. And hi, Cindy. If anybody wants to come in and chit chat, just let me know. If you haven't got the invitation to pop in on the panel, because I've been just sitting here and talking to everybody and answering some questions and stuff. Oh, a little stuffy yet. And I'm thankful that this cold spell last week is gone, because at nighttime it got down to, well, actually we had a little frost one night. So that had to been, we had frost advisory, frost warning. So this is my first opportunity of feeling a little chill in here. and then at 4 a.m. one morning, it's like the propane ran out, and I was trying to run the 2 little heaters on high to warm it up, and it kept blowing the main breaker, and it's like, oh my God. So kind of kept one little heater on low close to me until in the morning could get some yeah, I do sound better, Cindy. I'm getting better, yeah. Till I could get some propane or something, or till the sun come up to start warming it up. But yeah, it's no fun to run out of propane in the middle of the night. Kind of cold. And I think I found out, or not really 100% found out, but the problem that I'm having with the main breaker popping off, I guess from my understanding, the lady that had it, her and her boyfriend, which they really didn't know what was much about campers. Somehow, I don't know how they did it, because I don't understand. The prongs don't fit right. But I was told that when the guy went over to help them get it ready to pull over here, that it burnt out, the plug burnt out, because they had plugged a 30 amp into a 50 amp. And I don't know how they could get that plugged in like that, unless they start bending wires or what, but that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so if that happened, they had to have damaged the main 30 amp breaker, because it's not popping the breaker outside. It's just popping the main breaker inside. Plus, there are a few lights that don't work. The toggle switches are not moving properly. Cindy says, have you adopted out your Class C? Yep, it's left last night. Kind of sad to see it go, because like I said, I enjoyed it while I had it and camped with the grandkids in it and stuff. Have you come up with a new name for your new trailer? No, not yet. It says Cougar out there, so how does that sound? I'm an older woman. Cougar. No, just Mom says I'm too busy filling my face to come on and talk. So Mom's eating. And Cindy says, me too, Mom. That's okay. That's okay. No biggie. As long as I got some people out there, at least I know, I'm not sitting here by myself talking to myself. Just laughing because, I can do that at times. Or my son, when we had some I don't know, little lizards. Shoot, what were they? Water dragons. And let's see, did we have a cat? No, we didn't have a cat. The 2 water dragons. I think that's all we had. But I was talking, just talking to him or something like that as I was around the house. Then he goes, "Who are you talking to?" He's in his bedroom. I said, "The animals." "You're crazy." He goes, "I think there's something wrong with you." He goes, "They can't talk back. They don't understand you," because they were lizards. Oh, I think it was a hamster. He had a hamster too. So, but yeah, I haven't figured out a name yet. I just been too busy and things have been going crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna fill out that application and take it in. Like I say, what's it gonna hurt to work a couple nights at the grocery store right here and make a few extra dollars doing cashier, a little something different. Every bit counts. Oh, it says my mom says my sister made some great chicken soup. Yeah, can't beat homemade chicken soup. Not at all. But when I was telling about the electric, I will show you something of what I mean about the lights and why I think the main breaker's not blown or blown completely. It's not completely gone. But I guarantee it's got to be damaged. So I believe what I have to do is change out the main breaker, number 1, to begin with. Okay, there's part of it. Where'd the other piece go? So I took the light down above the sink that wouldn't come on because of the toggle switch. So I'll show you the toggle switch. One of those things. And when you push it, it won't stay down. And it goes so far, it won't stay down. So this is the light compartment that I took down. There's 2 light things. So when I took it down, I thought, well, maybe I can just take it apart and get the toggle switch. It'd be cheaper than buying the whole light unit. Well, as I got to looking at it, I don't know if you'll be able to see. I'll try to hold it still on the back side. But you can see where that white, let me get up here higher, where the white has actually started turning brown. There you can see it better. So basically it looks like it blew it. That's why the toggle switch isn't working. So then I thought, okay, that's not a good sign that the light, but these are the little light bulbs that go in it, in the light, and they just plug into these little adapters. Well, then after I seen that, well, I seen this before I seen the toggle switch, but on the light, see how, actually I can pull that out, turn it. I don't want to get you guys glared. Let's see the best way to do this. All right, you see the kind of a brown on the plug? That's where the light bulb plugs in. It's a little brown. It's not supposed to be. This thing is supposed to be completely white. And same with the other one. So when they tried plugging this, or however they plugged it in to the 50 amp with a 30 amp plug, I said, I don't know how they got that plug. Maybe it did this before they even got the plug all the way in. But that's what happened to, there, you can see that spot better there without shining your eyeballs. But that's what happened to the light plugs. So because of that, I believe the 30 amp or the 30 amp breaker is considered damaged and not completely blown, because if it was completely blown, I won't be able to run anything. So I would some of the things I'd turn on, like yesterday when I went to work at the lodge, the only thing I think I had the hot water heater on and the TV. There was no lights on, and I set the air conditioner to kick in if it got to, I think it was like 70, 72 or 74, in case it got, warm in here for the dogs, because I wasn't sure. It was too cool when I left in the morning to open any windows. So that, okay, well, I set the air conditioner to kick on in case it does get warm, because I'm, a couple miles down the road, and I wouldn't have a chance to get back here till I got done at 4 o'clock. So when I got back here, after getting the starter for the truck and everything around 6:30 o'clock, 6:30 o'clock at night, and I come in, I noticed the TV was off, but, my light up in the ceiling was working, but that's working on the battery. So I thought, well, then the TV wasn't coming on. I'm like, okay. So I went to the breaker box, and the main breaker switch was popped again. So it's damaged in certain areas from, I think I got, like I said, with these lights the way they are and got too hot and stuff, that I think I got 1, 2, I think there's 3 more towards the back half. But the only way to keep things from popping, because I run more in that little Class C than I can run in here on 30 amp. And they were both 30 amp. So there should be no reason that main breaker should be popping like that. So that is my clue, and that is my idea. Take 30 amp out, replace it with a new one, and then see from there. Plus, I'm going to unhook all these. They're still hooked up, but I'm going to unhook them. So if there's anything causing that problem too, because they're damaged, I'm going to unhook these, so that way that situation is out of the way, not causing. Not good. Do you have an electrician at the resort? Well, the guy next door, he's done some electric work, but I don't think he's like a certified or whatever. Travis that works here, he knows a guy that has a who's a certified electrician, and I was talking to him about the possibility of getting him to come out and check it out to see if that would be, the best thing to do. Well, I don't see what, wouldn't hurt nothing. I mean, just change it out and do 30 amp breaker really wouldn't hurt nothing. But that's one of my options to try out. RV Debs had to change out her main plug to hook to the breaker box. Hello. RV Debs is working on coming in. Yeah, I wouldn't not replace the whole lights unless I have to. Maybe I can find, they're just a small hole in the cabinet with the wiring, so I can actually probably buy a different type of light that's not, identical to these, but would still work. I just haven't checked the prices on them yet to see whether or not I can just replace, because actually these sections here, besides the toggle switch being able to come out, these pieces actually slide out too. You unclip them and they slide out, pull the wires out. So if I can just get by cheaper with just getting the pieces instead of this whole unit, because I mean the unit's fine, the covers are fine. So if I could just get the pieces, I can put it back together myself, and it hopefully be cheaper than trying to buy a whole new set. Hello, RV Dabs, can you hear me? She trying to come in, but I'm hoping that's all I'll have to do with the electrical on that.
the Wi-Fi in the park.
I'm starting to hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm starting to hear you now. Kind of cutting in and out there a minute, but I was hearing you. Okay, talk again. Now I don't hear you at all. My friend keeps trying to call.
I know I'm fading.
We turn this off. She's trying to call me and on Skype. Let me close out, sign out. There we go.
Well, I just wanted to say I was gonna.
Okay, I started hearing you, and then you went out on me again. Can you hear me? Okay. I'll send a link or two while she's trying to get on. Cindy said she wants one. Okay, finished doing my dinner. You can send me a link. Have you checked your YouTube messages? Because I thought I sent one, but maybe I didn't. Okay, let me go ahead and get that and send that to you. Copy. See if it's popping up here. And let's see if it's coming up. I don't see it there. Don't need that window. Open a new tab. Hold on there, Cindy. I got it coming. Slowly but surely. And I'm gonna go scroll over this way. Oh, too far. Darn buttons. But, just kind of like, trying to let people know, too, that, I mean, this thing is only about 2 years old. And even with, something 2 years old, look, it's only had one owner had it and took it camping once. And then the lady I'm buying it from. So it don't matter how new it is. It don't matter how old it is. You're still going to have, do some kind of work with it. 2 years old, there's things that need to be done on it. It's not, so far, it's not minor or major stuff that I've come across, but hopefully it's minor. Okay, Cindy, I sent it to your YouTube Messenger. Let's see. You want me to do it on Google Plus? Okay, let's see if I can do it on. See if I can do it on Google Plus. I'm not sure if I can. New beginnings with. Let me see if I can type that in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Okay. Alright, is he gonna let me type here? Click there. I'm a little slow at sending. Okay, let me see if I got that right. Where did it go? I typed that in there. Oh, I see. E capital. Okay, not coming up on that one. I can't get it to do it on the Google. I don't have any luck doing it on the Google. Yeah, sometimes it might take a minute to come on your it might take a minute or something to go into your YouTube Messenger. Do you know how to get to your Messenger on your YouTube channel? Your email. Let's see. Let me see if I got your email in there somewhere. So let me see if I can get to your email. So I have to open a different page here. So hold on. Okay, let me close that window out. Open this window. See if I find my email. Take me just a minute. I know I got you in my email. I just gotta get to it. Sometimes I can't get on the Google Plus one. I think I got a stink bug bouncing around in here. Keep hearing tunk on the ceiling. Tunk. Okay. I think my doggy's still outside. Let me get him. He ain't said a noise. Let me grab the doggy. I'll be right back. No, they're all in bed sleeping. That's why I didn't hear them. They're in the bedroom sleeping. I come home, they ate their dinner, went to the bathroom, and crawled right in bed, and they're done. I don't blame them. Okay, let me see. I'll go under sent, so I see what the one is I sent you. My email seems to always be slow, but it's getting there. Hold on. Slowly, slowly. I don't want inbox. It's coming up. Do. But yeah, I mean, it don't matter if it's 2 years old or 5 years old or how old it is. You're gonna find something that needs fixed. That just, how it is. Like I had that water leak, on the back area. It seemed like the short slide the floor kept getting wet. Well, got up there with the ladder and I found a spot that's not sealed because it looks like the very corner of the little rain spout got hit by something. Could have been a branch or limb, and it popped that up and upside down and cracked a little plastic piece. So the water was leaking down in there, crossed in. So I did get. You just never know. I mean, this woman that didn't really have any idea about the RV, how to do it. She wasn't sure as far as how to hook up the water, how to hook up the sewer and stuff. So she had people do it for her. So it can, no matter what kind of RV. I mean, I'd rather learn about it and do it myself, so you're more efficient and self-sufficient than just buy one and not know completely. Okay, I found it, Cindy. I just got to bring it up. Darn email's so slow. You want to go to compose. Come on, computer. Or email. I don't know why the email goes so slow. I'm still on Yahoo Mail. A lot of people already got Gmail. It's popping over. So yeah, I got that leak fixed and working on this electrical thing because when mom and my sister come up, they got their sleep apnea machines and that, and you know, I don't want them to have to worry about whether or not it's gonna pop the breaker or. Let me type in now. Okay. Quit being slow. Finish. There we go. And paste. Sorry it's taking so long, Cindy. It's just sometimes this computer goes to things slowly. Okay. Send. So I will leave my mail open just in case I have to send another one by that. So it should be coming in your mail very soon, Cindy. Sorry about that taking a while. The choo-choo gamer, the Choco gamer. No, I don't know who that is either. Don't know. Okay, it's on its way, Cindy. It's too bad the RV Debs couldn't get in here. Are you still watching RV Debs? Are you there in the side chat? Here comes Cindy.
Hello.
How's it going? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep, hear you just fine. Good.
All righty. I don't know what was going on with
Yep.
RV
No
Debt.
matter. No, she might be in the park or something where she's at. She might not have quite enough strength or something. But at least she tried to pop in.
Yeah, I think actually today's Thursday. I think she was supposed to be getting her landline today. Hi, Susan.
Hi.
Okay. You were getting a ring around you, but you weren't coming through. So.
Yeah, it takes a few seconds for it all to pop in there and stuff, and sometimes I go on a chat and before I can get my other one muted, this one pops on and it echoes, and so it takes a minute for it all to get situated and straightened out. But yeah, it's been a long week.
Okay. How's everybody doing tonight?
There you go. You sound nice and clear. Tired, but we're hanging in there. But yeah, I should be back doing my got art soon too. Now that I'm feeling better and hopefully got some of these things situated. And
You're all moved into your trailer?
well, I'm in, but I ain't got everything put away.
Well, that takes a while.
Yeah, well, I've worked. Today's like my 12th day straight, and then it will be 12 days straight.
Just a minute.
Sounds like your smoke detector's going off. Are you cooking?
I'm cooking. Can't you tell?
I was gonna say.
That's my cooking alarm.
I was gonna say that's what gave me the clue. All of a sudden, I heard that. Oh, she must be cooking.
I'm making spaghetti for dinner, and the water boiled over. So
That alarm's off when you make spaghetti, unless you put a lot of hot sauce spices in it.
just a minute, I got to go fan it down.
Okay.
Well, at least she knows it works.
Yeah.
So other than working, Dee, that's been about it. So trying to get caught back up as far as your health goes.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Since I got the camper gone last night, the Class C, that now I can start concentrating on this because with it raining and then me being sick, and by the time I got off from work being sick, I was exhausted and trying to finish getting everything out of there before they come up to get it. It's like, oh my God. So I finally got everything out of there into here, and the other lady still had under the under compartment. There's just one long under compartment. She still had that full of her stuff, so I couldn't really get any of mine put down under there.
Oh.
She came and got that the same day. They came and got the camper and everything, so that was a long day. Now that I got that emptied, I gotta clean out the dirt down there and then be able to start being able to put my stuff, so it'll make it a little bit easier to go through things now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't know
It's
where else
nice
to put
to
it.
have a pass-through, though, like that.
Yeah, yeah. Because the storage under the bed only comes up halfway, not full.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much where my yarn's at now. I've got almost that much yarn because I'm making each one of the grandkids a blanket. So I had such a great deal on the price plus a coupon that I got everybody's yarn for their blankets are going to be more like throws.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I don't have to worry about it. I've got it. I just, anytime I got time or something, want to sit and work on it, I can do it. So that pretty much takes up that under compartment under the bed.
So is your family coming down or up for Christmas?
Actually, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I can unmute her. I muted her because of the beeper, but I don't think I can unmute her.
I did.
Oh, okay, there you go. I only did that because of your beeper.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying.
No, they were talking Thanksgiving, and then my mom, I don't know if she's still in the side chat, but she freaked me out because I thought, oh my God, I got all this stuff sitting around, all these boxes and totes and everything, and the camper left the 20th, and she'd said that, okay, me and your sister decided we're coming the 21st to the 1st, but it didn't say October or November, so I'm thinking October. They decided to come early. So got online with her, and I hollered at her, said, hey, Mom. She says, what? And I said, did you say November or October 21st? She goes, no, November. I'm like, oh, thank God. I turned the camera around to show her all the boxes in here. I turned it around, and I said, thank God. See why?
But that would have been extra hands.
Yeah, I said, well, yeah, she said if I don't get it all done, then help me. But, yeah, she's still in the side chat there, yeah. And, yeah, I was freaking out. I thought, oh, my God. I finally got all this stuff done. Thought I had some stress off me, and I thought, oh, God, she's supposed to be coming tomorrow, her and my sister, and I ain't got no place for them to sit. And but, yeah, so, oh, yeah, I got a month now. Yay!
Hey, but you're coming from a smaller house, so, I mean, you should have quite a bit of room.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's like not everything's set down the boxes that you'd be surprised what you can store in one of those Class C's. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I had the
Yeah.
whole bunk full, the whole closet full, all the cabinets full.
I'm really surprised at how much room that storage room they've actually got. And we've got quite a bit even underneath that most Class C's don't even have.
Yeah, you have more storage in your Class C on the bottom because I only had that one, and that used to be where a generator was, so that's all it had for underneath.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got quite a bit in the basement, but then there's a lot of room up in the house itself. That I mean, I've got now. Granted, we're not living in it, but I've got the whole back area that's still in the bedroom that's not filled up, and the area over the sofa and the recliner. Neither one of those are filled up.
Yeah.
And the bunk, I mean, it's opened as a bunk. I know most individuals use that as storage, but
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna live in it, it's nice to have it for storage if you don't have to use it for a bed.
yeah, and that's quite a bit of room.
Yeah, I found out. I thought, oh, it won't take long to empty this out, and I'm like, haul a couple of boxes and haul a couple of boxes. It's like I ain't budged in there. I'm like, oh my god. So now
So are the new owners going to live in the Class C?
no, they're just gonna use it. They go into Georgia, and he's in the gold miners club, gold miners digging club, whatever.
Oh, okay.
They meet there, I think, once a month, or in the summer it's more often as a group. They have a certain private spot of land that they can camp and go mine in the stream and stuff.
Okay.
That's what they wanted it for.
We had an outing today. We went to Reed's Gold Mine, which is maybe 6 miles, 7 miles from the house. And I've been there before with the kids with their school stuff, but Booty had not been there before. And we went down there and went into the mine and stuff. I did not realize that the actual first gold rush was in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
And that's with Georgia. The only place is, up there in Dahlonega where they actually, we're getting a lot of gold. They actually have a gold, well, it used to be a gold mint. An actual gold mint built right there, and they got this humongous gold nugget. It's like, holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah, Charlotte, the mint was in Charlotte here. But I was really surprised at that the history, that went with it.
Yeah.
And the first gold nugget, which was 23 pounds, they did it in pounds at that time.
Right.
The gentleman that found it had no idea in what he had, and went over to a jeweler over in the Fayetteville area, and he told him that it was gold. And he says, "You name your price." He sold it for $3 and something.
Oh my God.
My
But
husband watches gold mining shows all the time, and there was a guy on there one time that was using one for a doorstop.
Yeah, well, that's what he did. He used it as a doorstop for the first, what was it, year? For the Reeds. They used it as the doorstop for the first year. I think it was the first year, and that's when he decided to take it with him when he went to Fayetteville, and they sold it for $3.
Oh, it was the same guy.
Well, that was in the 1800s. So, $3 probably what? Maybe 300 now.
Could be.
But yeah, the history, to think about it and everything that they did. But I didn't realize that North Carolina was the first gold rush, and then it spreaded to some of the southern states, and then when California's rush came in, they lost. Everybody moved from here to go over that way.
Oh yeah. I think that's kind of like with Dahlonega, Georgia there. This gentleman that bought the camper, he actually took me there in the early 90s. He took me down there, and they do have several gold panning areas there, little spots you can stop, and gemstones and gold. The gold is actually still dug from the gold mine there.
Mm-hmm.
They get out and they crush the rock, and then you can pan for it, or you can buy it by 5-gallon buckets and take it home and do it at home.
Mm-hmm.
But the gemstones, I think they said they get that dirt and stuff from North Carolina or somewhere. Somewhere.
In the mountains of North Carolina, there's a lot of gemstones.
Yeah, I think
it's
that's where they
big for
the
the
dirt
emeralds, actually.
Yeah.
They're real big for the emeralds and some rubies. But the they still have gold on this property and actually still in that creek. And the dirt that you pan on at the Reed Gold Mine is from the creek. But they said that the average is kind of like your lottery situation. It's about every 7 people that pan, they get some kind of gold. It may be flakes, but it's some kind of gold.
Yeah.
And we had just walked up to the panning section, and a lady had already had gotten gold. So he said, "Well, there goes our 7." We didn't buy
Did
into
you
it.
do a video?
I have, and I'll put it together. The mine is very dark, though. It would have been nice if we'd have had a flashlight. But you can see, I mean, they have lights in there periodically, but not like what you see when you go to the caverns and stuff,
And the ground up there, you go to them places and the ground is just sparkles. And you can tell it's more silvery looking.
Uh-huh.
It just glitters. Even in the creek, little creeks, everything just glitters.
On this area, they actually were getting gold, they were getting copper, and they were getting silver. And as we were walking the path, Booty kept saying, "Look, it sparkles, look."
I was going to say, he must look like a little kid in a candy store. His eyes get so big, he sees something, he's just like so excited. Oh, he's something else.
During his lunch break, though, I took a picture of him and asked him how his tour was. And he said, "Yeah, we need to go hit our gold." But yeah, I'll piece it together. But it's the part with going in the mine itself is a bit dark. There's not a, you can see, but I'm not so sure that what we're seeing is not because of what we saw, while we were there.
Right.
I'm not positive that everybody's going to be able to see that part, but it was very nice. I mean, we thoroughly enjoyed it. It's about 54 degrees down in the mine, which I thought would have been cold, but I'm wearing this thin top, and I was comfortable.
Yeah, you're surprised when you go down in a cave and then caverns and stuff. When you first step in there, it feels a little cool, but then it feels comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's probably because there weren't any breezes or anything to be blowing around and down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was a couple of oh heck, we just left my veins that they had where you could, in shafts.
Yeah.
You could see up, through. One of them, Booty says, "Well, let's climb up it. There's a ladder there." I said, "I don't want to climb up that. That's going out."
Let me close a couple windows, starting to get that coolness.
But yeah, I'll end up, RV Granny, I'll end up posting that probably tomorrow. I'll take the morning and go in and edit it some.
Oh, good.
Because I mean, the trails, we went on them walked them quite a bit, and that I wouldn't necessarily put in there. And stupid me, I didn't check my camera. It was a whim. We went on a whim. I said, "Let's go have a picnic lunch down at the Reed's Gold Mine. They've got that picnic area, and while we're there, we'll go into the mine and maybe do some panning of some gold if that part of it's open, because they're open year round. They're closed on Sundays and Mondays though, and it's free to go in. Now you buy the pans for, I think it's $3.20-something for a pan. And then, but everything else is free. And I was doing a video of it on my camera, and my battery ran out. So I had to take my phone, and my phone has that crack spot on it. So certain areas that when you hit the sun just right, you got a little bit of a glare on it that you don't normally have. But it's okay. I think it'll be okay.
I've kind of gotten into the habit of every time I come home from a trip, I just put my camera battery on the charger right away.
Yeah.
Well, when we came in, Booty asked me, he says, "Okay, where's your the cable to it?" Because it wasn't on the part that's plugged into the wall. I says, "It's on the tripod. Just go take it." So it's charging. But that was a bad one on me. If nothing else, I might ought to even, if we're going to do this on a real regular basis, I might consider the fact of trying to get another battery for it, so I have one to interchange.
Yeah. So you have a backup battery. They always say it's good to have a backup one.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, my little camera normally would, well, it did take very good pictures and videos until my mother-in-law dropped it. And it takes good ones, but it's got a crack on that lens.
Well, I did a video the other day that I uploaded, and when we went over to Eastern Washington, and by the end of the day, I ran out of battery on mine, but it lasted pretty much from like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock in the evening. So it did really good. But
Good.
but I am thinking about getting another battery. What I'd really like to get, though, is a stabilizer for the camera, because that video came out really shaky.
Do
And
you
so I,
use the stabilizer on YouTube to stabilize them?
well, yeah, but you know what it does when you use that, where it takes the shakiness out?
Right.
It makes everything real blurry.
Yeah,
Oh.
I've noticed that. I've noticed that if it's a pretty shaky one and you try to hit the spurt to stabilize the shakiness,
Mm-hmm.
kind of blurs it, because it's trying to make it hold still. But so you might be seeing it still, but that's taking the shakiness out. So in a way, it's giving a blur to it while it tries to straighten it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't put captions on anything because they just come out, the captions come out a little crazy. And so there's what do they call it? It's like it just looks like a big C, and it's got a weight at the bottom of it. You mount your camera to the top of the C, and you hold onto a handle. Gosh,
I've seen
something.
one of those on a video.
Yeah, it was only, I think Eric, and Static,
Yeah.
or no, yeah, he's got one but he paid big bucks for his. He bought one of those big fancy ones. This one's only, you can get them for like $90.
Oh, okay.
And
They're universal, aren't they? I mean, you can use them on different cameras.
Yeah.
yeah, it's up to 3 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it mounts on the stick, basically, doesn't it? Or does it directly
I
mount
think it
on the
mounts
camera?
in the same place that your tripod does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mount it the same place you would mount a tripod into your camera, and then depending on how heavy the camera is and how centered that place is on your camera, it has weights at the bottom that you put on there to counterbalance it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's another thing with not doing videos recently, is because it's stuck somewhere in this mess, and I gotta dig it back out and charge it. But I'll have to get it out soon, because I heard today when I was at the lodge working, the guy at the reception desk told some customers that a gentleman that just left had been there 3 days or more, but the 3 days he went up to the Cades Cove, he's counted a total of 15 bear that he saw.
Wow.
And I'd like to get some on video. I've been here all summer, just right across the river right here. The KOA is right here beside us. They've said 4 times they've had bear run across the road into the KOA right there, and the creek's shallow enough they can come across and stuff. I haven't even seen one yet. At a distance, okay? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, right now is when the leaves are getting to be their peak. The first week in November up by you is where the leaves are going to be the prettiest.
Yeah, that's what the National Forest site said, that because we had that recent cold snap last week, that in the highest elevation is pretty much the highest elevations are pretty much done. The kind of leaves were dropping before changing color, but mid-range is the next 2 weeks is going to be the main peak areas around this next 2 weeks.
Right. Right.
So gotta go for a drive. I can do it now because the starter's fixed on the truck. Woo! $130 some. Oh well, it needs to be done, right?
Well, I've got another one that I'm doing tomorrow, where I'm just using up all my little bits and pieces that I have left over. You take little videos of things along the way, and they don't relate to anything. They're not enough to make a whole video out of. So I'm going to put them all together into one video because I'm going to be out of commission next week.
You'll have to get back in the car.
That'll be interesting to see. I don't think I've seen one done like that, but I've kind of heard about it. That'd be interesting.
I did one once before, and it was pretty popular, but it's like we had some squirrels in the backyard that were playing the other day, so I took video of the squirrels and just little things that 60 seconds or more, and
yeah, what do they call it? A montage of videos.
A montage. I call them leftovers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my mom says
video leftovers.
It could have been worse. It could have been a lot more expensive, or could have been a worse thing to fix. So yeah, that's true. Look at the bright side. It's fixed. It could have been higher, but it's not. And I got somebody fix it the same night it went kaput.
Well, that was good. That way you weren't without.
Yeah. But it's just nice to know I can crank it up and go to the store and actually shut it off and come out and know it's going to crank up. You don't think about it until you don't have it, and then it's like, oh.
Well, I spent about an hour on the telephone this evening. I have a girlfriend in Indiana who uses a Facebook page, but she doesn't go on there on a real daily basis, and she got hacked. She got hacked, and somebody set up another page in her name with all of her profile information and her picture and everything, and was requesting all of her friends to friend her again. And my daughter called me, and she says I just got a friending request from this lady, and she says, and then she started personal messaging me with all these requests for money, and she says I figured she'd either got hacked or lost her mind, so I said, well, I'll call her and find out. So I called her up and I says, have you been hacked or have you lost your mind? Yeah, so I had to walk her through how to take care of it and how to report it to Facebook.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of things like that being done, where they take another person's picture and stuff.
And they carry on the conversation just like you. What they've done is they go to those friends on that site, and they pick up, like for instance, let's say they were contacting me for you. All right, they'd go to my site and they pick up and will say, well, how is Heather's wedding? How was the wedding? Are they getting settled in their new house? They would find out personal information that you would have normally discussed, with a close friend.
Yeah.
So you think it is them. I had a classmate that it was the same thing, and he was asking for a big amount of money, and I immediately contacted him on a private basis and said, do you realize that there's another page now? His page was still there.
Yeah.
but they, like Susan was saying, they were just going ahead and recreating a second page with the same info.
They say it's probably best to change your password at least once a year, if not more.
Mm-hmm.
That way, because if you have the same password on there, say 2, 3, 4 years, it gives them more time to try to figure out what your password is to hack in there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I saw
Google and
guy,
everybody, they changed my password so much that I have to write them down now.
yeah.
well, I write mine down. I have a recipe box with 3x5 cards in it, and for each place where I leave a password, I write the name of the place and the password, and I have different passwords for each place.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw somebody today that was talking about the best way to make a password that will really confuse the hackers is that you figure out a name, a password that you want to use, and if you have I's in it, replace them with ones, or if you have O's in it, replace them with zeros.
Like vowels.
Yeah, or like pick a letter and make that letter a question mark or something like that. That's people really have to. It's not just a word.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Yeah. I never thought about that. You know, they always say, use capitals and letters and kind of mix it up. And
Yeah, but those are hard to remember.
yeah.
Exactly.
Unless you write them down. But at our age, a lot of things get hard to remember.
Well, I've changed my password with Google so many times that I'm just totally confused. I have to keep writing it down
Yeah.
and throwing away the piece of paper and writing it down again. And
I'm right with you. And the thing is they won't let you take one of your old passwords.
No, you can't use your old password again. No more.
yeah. Well, that's
Unless
why I
you
use the 3x5 cards. I can throw them away.
Yeah, and if you do use one of your old passwords, you got to add more stuff to it, and then you forget it because you added all this extra to it.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt.
But I guess that's one way to keep hackers from getting your passwords.
The thing is it keeps us out of it too.
Yep, true. Then you have to go, can't remember my password. Send me a code. I got to make a new one up.
I think the worst mistake that people do is to use the same password for everything.
Yeah. I used to do that when I first started off, but that's when they had like web TV. It wasn't really computer, but it was a little keyboard thing that you plugged it into your TV, and you got like, it's called web TV, like internet. You could get on the internet and you could have an email and only do certain things. You couldn't plug in a printer or anything. But that's what I started off with because it was the cheapest at the time, cheaper than computers. So I started putting the same passwords in. Then I started learning, got to change them, got to mix them up. Don't use the same one for everything.
Yeah, it's too bad that there's so many disreputable people in the world that you have to be that way. But
yeah.
Yeah, it's like those that just take all their genius and sit there and make a virus. What is the purpose of making a virus?
Yeah. Like, say, if it was old days and you're using telephone, you had to change your telephone number every week. That'd be crazy. It's like pretty much we have to do with the passwords,
Mm-hmm.
well, have you got any trips planned? Any little side trips or anything planned other than going to the Gold Cave?
Me or Cindy?
Cindy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Next week I'm heading up to Asheville, well, Mars Hill actually, and I had Booty stop at the mechanics to see if Macy was ready because my purpose for going up there is my son's supposed to try to help me figure out the stuff on the RV. We're going to replace the water pump and check out the generator and the LP and all that stuff on it. But he told me that he was going to work on it this week, so it should be ready. And I'll be up there for a week. And then Booty will come up on the following, well, the holiday time there, what is it, 7th, 8th of November?
Yeah.
Come up during that time. But I'll drive Macy up because he kind of hesitates about driving her in the mountains. So, because Aaron lives in the mountains.
Yeah, as I say, I think that video of him driving back from here when you guys left here and was heading back home and going around there and where you said that little rock slide area was, and he was just like, oh, look, it sounded like he was like, oh. I met him in person. He's a trip. He gets so excited. Like, look, I can get it.
It's not so much that she's so big. Now, it's more of that we really don't know the car part of her. You know, I mean, I don't hesitate to get in my car and go anywhere because I know the upkeep of her. I know the history with it. Okay.
Yeah, you're familiar.
With Macy, we don't. We didn't get anything on her. You know, so we if something was to happen, yeah, I'd call somebody.
Right.
If something was to happen with Booty, would call me.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just the principle.
Familiarized with the driving.
Yeah, I feel a little more comfortable with her. So.
Do either one of you watch Chia Chatter blog?
No, I haven't heard of that one.
Haven't heard that one. It's a lady that does a vlog. She lives in upstate New York, I think. Yeah, she lives in upstate New York, and they just bought a Class A. She has 6 parrots and 2 dogs and a cat. And
in the class,
and she takes them with her when she goes on her trips. She bought a Class A that had like a bunk area, and she turned the bunk area into a place for her parrots. And and I've been watching her for a while now. And she's such a nice lady, and they took their rig in to have some repair done on it because the furnace wasn't working properly. They have a propane furnace, and it started a fire.
Oh.
And smoked up the whole inside of it, and she's been so depressed because they had this trip all planned, and now she's going to have to wait until she gets the inside of her rig all cleaned up, and the insurance company's dragging its feet about helping them out at all. And
now, what's her channel called?
It's called Chia Chatter. I'll put it down here. I'll put it down here for you.
We'll put it on the side chat over here so we can look it up. But yeah, now that I got the truck running, I don't have to use a lot of gas to go drive around some scenic areas and get some pictures and to just get out of the campground for an hour or so, someplace different. Because I not being able to really leave the campground, afraid of the truck not starting, it kind of, you feel like you're a little too confined.
Yeah.
Now I can actually get out. If I know I can get out and stuff, I don't feel quite so confined now.
I hope I spelled that right.
Yeah, you did. She popped up.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to check that out.
Yeah, she plays the organ at her church, and she
does a lot of cooking too, huh?
She does a vlog. I guess she had a stroke, and then she started doing this vlog every day.
Okay, that's interesting.
But she's a really nice lady. She comments a lot on my vlogs or my videos.
It was quite interesting today. Me and my work partner Maxine, she's in her 60s. Her husband's 74. I think she might be. I know she's younger than him, but I'm not quite sure by how much.
About
But
my
we,
age.
yeah, my age, how much? But we were cleaning at the lodge today. When you first walk in the lodge, there's a desk and there's a great big open area with fireplace and chairs and all this. And then you go through the set of big doors, and that's where they have like some receptions and weddings and different things. Well, these two ladies were supposed to come in and start setting up for a rehearsal dinner,
Yeah.
cleaning away and stuff. And the lady comes up to me, and she didn't see Maxine at first. We were doing the windows inside and out. And she comes up, she goes, "You're doing such a great job. You guys are doing awesome. It looks so good in here." And she walks up, she goes, "I got something for you," and hands me a $10 bill.
Wow.
And I thanked her, and I said, "Thank you very much." And so I say, we just go over there and help, but most of the time we're here. But, I mean, we're just cleaning it all up for them. So then I found Maxine after she did what she was, and I said, "Well, here, we got a tip to split." So we got it split, and then they said that they were going to be gone for about an hour so we could finish up and no need to rush. And they came back later, and we were out in the other part cleaning. And Maxine was saying how she liked their little setup, simple and basic on the tables and that. And she goes, "Oh, are you helping her clean today?" She goes, "Yeah, both of us. We come from the campground, help out." She goes, "Oh, I got something for you too, because you guys have been doing such a wonderful job," and hands her a $10 bill. And we each got a $10 tip just for going over there to help clean the lodge for the reception and stuff. So I thought that was really nice.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's always nice when somebody appreciates you.
Yeah, that was really nice.
I'm going to have to go outside. I'm getting cold.
Oh, you outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can get chilly.
Yeah, the sun
Yeah.
just went down, so I'm getting cold now.
Yeah, I thought that was here. It was starting to get chilly, so I thought I better close up these windows and save a little heat.
Well, my husband was
Yeah.
watching the ball game, so it was pretty noisy inside.
Is that when you first popped on? Because I heard the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
It
like
was
their
so
ball
long.
game.
I'm going to go in the bedroom. Yeah, he watched, football season. It's kind of hard to catch an evening when there's not a football game of some sort on.
Right. But yeah, I figured since it was a long week and stuff that it'd be good to sit down and chat with some people for a little while and just relax a little bit. Okay, where's my chat button? Oh, there it is. I couldn't find my side chat. There it is. Yeah, yesterday, because the dogs aren't used to me. I'm usually here at the campground, let them out at lunch and stuff, but yesterday I come home to a mess. I thought I had took the garbage bag out, and I only used just little plastic shopping bags. But I didn't have anything really in it that would hurt them, like bones or anything. But I opened the door, coffee grounds all over the kitchen floor, paper tore up and stuff. I'm like, oh no, not tonight. It's like, okay, I had to clean that up before I could go ask the neighbor guy if he could help me, let them out potty, get them fed. But yeah, coffee grounds everywhere. I'm like, oh no.
My daughter-in-law has a English Mastiff,
Oh yeah.
which is huge, and he's only 9 months old, so he's still a puppy.
Still growing.
He's still growing. He's twice as big as my yellow lab, and got to be close to Halloween, so she set the pumpkins out on the front porch, and then she let out the Mastiff.
Oh, big
Guess
ball.
what happened?
You thought they were probably toys.
Oh, they look like big orange balls to him.
Oh my goodness. I had a little styrofoam pumpkin when I lived back in Wisconsin. Tried, just something little on my table for Halloween. Well, the min pin, he seems to be kind of like, I say he's my cat dog. and that one's knocking his dish for water. But I come home, and here he had gotten hold of that, got up on the table, and he got a hold of that, and you can see the bite marks on it. He's trying to chew it. So you have to learn, you can't put anything on the table that he could destroy, because he actually will get up on the tables. It's like, I call him a cat dog. This one's knocking his dish for water. Let me get him some water.
I've been so lucky. My dogs don't chew anything. They never have.
There you go.
Did you get them as puppies?
The lab we did, the Chihuahua was a rescue. She was about 3 or 4 years old when we got her.
Mm-hmm.
But my lab, she's 13 years old. She's pretty old. She doesn't do much of anything anymore.
Now, the first 2 weeks, the dogs pretty much stayed in the bedroom. I guess they liked the small confinement, but now they're actually like, hey, we got room. We can go this way, we can go that way. But before, they just hang in the bedroom and sleep. But yeah, now they roam around and like being able to play and run back and forth, and so they enjoy it better.
Bonnie, she's a real mellow. She just lays around most of the time. She follows us from room to room and lays right at our feet, sleeps at the end of the bed. And she's just an old woman.
Yeah. I know my little Chihuahua Peanut, he's 8, but since we moved in here and he don't hang in the bedroom much, well, he's sleeping in there now, but usually about 9 o'clock he'll come out here, and he's never been a dog to be held. He's like, I'll jump on your lap, don't hold me, you can pet me a little bit and I'm done, I'm going. But speaking of, here he comes. He'll get up on my lap, want to sit there for a while, and it's like, come on, Mom, it's like, get bedtime, come on. He nudge me and go down, come back, go down, come back. Is it time for you to get up here? Well, come on. Come on. This one right here. I said around 9 o'clock. It's about 1:45. He's a little bit early tonight, but he'll come out here and sit here and hang out with Mom until it's bedtime. Silly thing.
I'm a sucker for Chihuahuas now. I never thought I wanted one until we got one.
I mean, when you get them young, you can pretty much train them your ways. If you get, a middle-aged one and they're already like real bad yappers and nip at kids, whatever, it's really, really takes some, work with them. Like him, I got him when he was a week old, so he pretty much, I'm still his mama.
Yeah.
And teaching them young, no bark is, one of the things that we always use is no bark, and he's always been around the grandkids. See, Lily was a baby when he was a baby, so, he's always been around grandkids and stuff, so he's not one to, bite or nip or anything. He'll play a little bit and then he'll growl when he's done and go his own way, but, that's one thing I thought, if I have a small dog, they got to get along with the grandkids.
Well, my dog doesn't bite, but she barks. I can't really, I figure she's 10 years old now. I'm not going to really cure that now.
Yeah, it's like I say, when they get older like that, it's hard to try to train some of that out of them then.
But neither one of them have ever chewed things, and when we brought Twinkie home, I think it took about a week and a half to housebreak her, because she'd been an outside dog, believe it or not, a Chihuahua in 20 below weather. It was a very cold place where we were living at the time.
Yeah, and Chihuahuas are not meant to be outside dogs no matter what the temperature.
No.
Yeah, but it took about a week and a half to get her trained, and she's never had any accidents since. So.
Yeah, Peanut, he'll go outside, but he won't stay out for very long. No matter if it's hot out or warm out or whatever. He'll go out, he'll do his business. If I'm out there, he'll sit with me in my lap or something. But other than that, it's like, I'm back in the house. Put me back in. And if it's wet or rainy, he hates getting his feet wet. Going out there, he loves the canopy because now if it's rainy, he still go outside and not get his feet wet.
The little dog that we had was the same thing. She hated to get her feet wet, but boy, when it snowed, she loved playing in the snow. You would have thought she was a little jackrabbit. What?
Oh, wow.
She jumped. It was so cute. She wasn't so little. She was knee high. She was a combination Cocker Spaniel and Golden Retriever. And she had the height in between the two of them. They called her a Russian Retriever.
Okay.
I think it's the prettiest dog I've ever seen, though. Someone stole her from us, but
Trying to be in the center of attention. Look, he won't let Mama look around. You trying to get my attention? Huh? Oh, you want Mama's attention? Is that what you're after? He said, but you're talking to somebody. It's not me. I start scratching his back, and I don't know if he'll do it. His tongue gets going.
Yeah. Well, they keep threatening that we're going to have snow here this winter. We didn't have any last winter, but they keep telling us there's going to snow here this winter.
Yeah, and some people are already getting snow in some areas.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's amazing to me because I went on YouTube one day and saw all these people where they were talking about snow, and it was like 70 here, and I couldn't believe it. It was.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting kisses now.
It's been absolutely gorgeous here the last few days.
Yeah, after last week, yeah, it's been nice. I've been enjoying this 70 weather again.
Mm-hmm.
According to what I've seen on the Weather Channel or weather.com, it was, I looked up the average in this area for the rest of the month, kind of get an idea of, night-wise temperature, because I still got to get my heat tape and stuff for the water hose.
Mm-hmm.
Up until the 1st, it's still going to be, at least, it might be low 40s and high 30s, but it's not going to be freezing yet as of the 1st if everything goes the way they predict. So I have at least till then to get really serious about getting that fixed.
Yeah, we were talking about doing that today. Got to get out there, and we have all of our stuff hooked into a post, and we figure if we wrap the post, we should be okay.
Well, I'd seen that Camp World has that already, that you can buy one that's already insulated and has the heat cord already in it. They're quite expensive, but I mean you can buy them. But I think right now this first winter here, and not sure if I'll be anywhere for winter again. Hopefully, but they said just take aluminum foil, wrap around your hose, and then you take a heat cord and put it down your hose over the aluminum foil, and then that styrofoam pipe stuff with the slit in it, and then put that on there.
That's what we did last year, but the what they don't tell you is that what you have to be really careful of is the ends. That'll take care of the bulk of the hose, but it's the ends where the faucet hook in and where it hooks into your rig. That's the part that you have to really
make sure there's heat on it.
Yeah.
And then
I saw one of those hoses that's got the electric in it, and that's the same issue with that, is the ends.
I was gonna say that was like on Camping World when I looked at it. It's just regular ends, it don't have like insulation around the ends. So I thought, I'm sure.
If you've noticed with most of the northerner homes, there's spigots on the outside. They'll end up wrapping those during the wintertime.
Yeah.
They're all covered up.
Well, if I have to go to Home Depot or Lowe's, and in some sections they have like small little bags of pieces of insulation or something. Mm-hmm. That's what I did at my home up in Wisconsin. I just took a piece of insulation, wrapped around it, and then duct taped around that so that hold it on there, and it kept the spigot fine.
Well, you look for one of those wired hoses on Amazon. You
Oh
might
yeah,
have
I didn't think
might be
about that.
cheaper. Now, Camping World's some of their
Expensive.
prices are pretty high. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Camping
Yeah,
World usually is higher on most things, but from what I understand, Krista with Follow the Hearts, she too got one of those and said it was quite expensive, and she did buy it from Amazon. Um, but I don't know that she said it was cheaper or not than what.
right. I don't know exactly what the cost of the that plug-in heat thing is either. They say that's probably your most expensive thing is that
Mm.
the heat tape cord or something.
Well, you know, here at the house to keep the plants from freezing, we take Christmas lights and put down and then put quilts over them,
Yeah.
and it protects them.
We have the underneath of our rig is heated, but it's still. We had it last year where it froze coming into the rig.
Ah.
Year before last, I think it did.
That
Yeah.
Yeah, this sits up higher than the Class C does, so that's one thing I was thinking about. Someone said you can buy some like that cheap foam stuff that you can cut and then make like a barrier around outside,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
keep wind from blowing. Because even though this is considered polar package up, for underneath for freezing your tanks and stuff, you still don't want that wind. And we don't have a lot of breeze here, but I've noticed that this fall we've gotten more breeze than we've had all year since I've been here.
Or all your trees are losing their leaves.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably why.
Hello, Pamela. She's in the side chat.
Hey there, Pamela.
Hi,
Thanks for
Pamela.
coming in. How's the fishing going, girl? Get it, girl? Fishing, girl. Yeah, she does. She does something that I love doing is fishing.
I used to go out a lot, but got to be where climbing in and out of that boat was a little much for me.
Yeah, I had a kayak at one time, but it wasn't one of these really pointy type ones. I had enough seating room. I actually got a picture of me and my grandson in it. And I didn't know if I'd like them. I thought it'd be real wobbly and real easy to tip because I'm not a great swimmer. But when I got in it and stuff, and I realized, how easy it was to row and stuff, and it's like, wow, it's amazing.
I saw a guy the other day that actually made his own kayaks. He makes them out of fabric, though. He does it the old Indian way. He's on one of the off the grid type home situations.
Sort of like a fiberglass type one.
Well, but it's not made with fiberglass. Originally, the Indians made it with skin, hide. And he has come up with where he's able to make them out of a fabric. I'm sure that there's a treatment to the fabric that prevents it from leaking. But he makes a wood frame and then shrinks this fabric over it.
Okay.
And I was real impressed with it, but of course it's something that I never saw myself to do, so I didn't keep his channel. but I was real impressed. I watched what he had done, in making it, and I was just real impressed with what he had done.
Yeah.
We're all about the kayaks now. Booty and I love them. We took our first kayaking this past May, and
I love them.
love them. Yeah. So that's something that we hope to be able to get eventually.
I don't go down I don't get in real fast water or anything with them, but I mean, even for fishing, you can really get in some more shallow areas and stuff that regular boats can't get into, and some lakes and that, and they can't really get into due to weeds or whatever, and that's a lot of times where you get the good fish is down in under hiding in them weeds.
Yeah.
Them kayaks, they can get smoothly just row in there nice and easy. And
I noticed RV Lady bought one that was inflatable, and she's gone out in it. She's gone out it in once, but I haven't seen any more.
I've actually seen one of those. A guy was out fishing in this small river area where we went swimming up there in Wisconsin. He come paddling in. I said, "Is that inflatable?" He says, "Yeah." He goes, it's easy to, and he only had a car, so he says, yeah, it's easy for me to take around. And he goes out fishing in it, comes back, deflates it, puts it back in his car.
Yeah.
Pamela says, not everyone is still sick. Well, good, because I'm about got this licked, finally. I thought maybe working extra hours and working hard will really kick it in the butt and get it out of there. Work it out to death. Work it to death.
That puts you further in the bed, one of the two.
It's going to go one way or the other, so. Yeah, it could be part of fall. I have that dry, scratchy, too, because usually spring and fall is when my throat tickles a lot, allergy type stuff. Not fishing, she says. Well, like me, I haven't fished at all yet this year. I missed fishing in spring and stuff, and it's like I definitely want to go out here and do some trout fishing next spring. I'll look in here, see if I thought that was my daughter, seeing if she needed a ride home from work, but it wasn't, so.
Was Heather doing okay?
Yeah, she's doing pretty good. She works, she actually went from the lodge where I'm part-time, but she went over to Best Western, so she's cleaning some rooms there. And then 3 nights a week she works at the front desk because they have someone at the desk 24 hours. So it gives the other person, a chance to have some days off. And she just started this week part-time at the grocery store where I'm going to put in an application for part-time evenings.
Oh, bless her heart. What, doesn't she have the kids?
Not yet. She's still working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got to come up with some money for the, the paperwork and stuff for the courts before she can get it completely finalized. So, yeah, it's not. You think it's going to be a fast process, and then it doesn't. But I told her, I said, nothing's a fast process with the courts. Nothing.
With the government alone.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why she's trying to work as much as she can and be able to get that money up and get them kitties back.
So, Pamela, whereabouts do you live?
Somewhere in Texas, around Galveston, I think, Galveston, Texas area.
And she's got bad weather?
Was it somewhere, I think on the news this morning, it showed somewhere in Texas they were getting hail.
Oh, wow.
I don't know where about, or was it Mexico? New Mexico? But yeah, somewhere in the southern area is getting some bad hail.
Oh, I saw the other day that it was, I think it was RV Lady that was talking with somebody, and it made me think, and I went and looked at the map. I did not realize you could drive from here to Belize. But you can actually drive from here down to Belize, going through Mexico.
Oh.
There's a road all the way through there.
Yeah, she says Galveston.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was when I was watching one of her videos or something that I seen it was. Some nice looking fish she catches. Winds are very bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy to fish when the wind's going crazy. If you're in your boat, it's like you're going every direction. Which direction you don't know which direction your bait's going.
Not feeling too good when you're getting off that boat either.
No. That's one thing too. When you first get in a camper and you start living in a camper, you kind of got, it's not like sea legs. I call it camper legs, because it's not 100% solid. So you kind of get your camper legs going.
RV Debs was saying that too, that her trailer moved around a lot. See, I don't see that in the Class C. What about the fifth wheel, Susan? Do you have it?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
in the Class C, you have your more stabilizers to put up once you get settled. I had four stabilizers, one on each corner.
Yeah.
So that gives you more of not getting that mobility. Where in these, it's longer and everything. You have your wheels, but your stabilizer jacks are further apart. So you're still going to have a little bit more movement than you would in a shorter camper.
Mom's going to bed.
Yep. Going to bed, get the old body ready for bed. Okay. Yeah, I probably won't be on much longer either. I got 2 more days to work, and I'm surprised I made it this long with my eyes still open.
Well, we've been on here the hour, so.
Yeah, I figured about a good hour. Chit-chat for a little bit. See how everybody's doing. Let everybody know I'm still here. Just been working my tushy off.
Yeah, we've been missing your videos.
Yeah, like I said, I've been, because of the truck, I've been worried about going somewhere and it dying on me and not being able, have nobody to get a hold of to get back. So yeah, now that it's going, and now I got to dig my little camera back out here and get her charged up and go do some of this ride in one of these evenings here and try to go to Cades Cove, see if I can get some of the bear. They say early in the morning, so my very first day off, I'm going to get up early, and I'm going there to see if I can tape some bear.
Well, I think I'm going to have to subscribe to some more channels. I'm only subscribed to about 500.
I know, I got a lot too, and I haven't been able to watch everybody's every time, but I go watch a couple, and if they have like 3 or 4, then I'll go watch all those, and a lot of times when I'm having my coffee in the morning, that's my news, is sitting there watching videos.
Well, I have a lot of people, I guess, that have channels but just aren't making videos regularly, and
yeah. I didn't want to make too many either, because then people are like, well, gee, 2, 3, 4 a day, I just can't keep up with that. But I don't want to make too less either.
Well, I've kind of settled into 3 a week.
Yeah, Pamela says, I was in my travel trailer at the park when Bill came through and it was rocking around. Oh my gosh, I bet.
I would have had that trailer attached to the truck and out the door.
Cables all over the place. Love you too, Mom. I'll see you when you get here in November. Pamela's, I'm working on one. It will be out in about a week or 2. Yep. As I say, I got worried that, because I haven't been on much, but be sick and then trying to get some extra hours and stuff like that. I thought, well, people won't think I croaked.
Yeah.
But yeah,
well,
everything.
I like to make videos about places that we go, and it just gets kind of expensive buying all the gas to go places. So.
Exactly.
That too.
Yeah, I told Biddy today when we made our plans to go down and have the picnic. I says there's so many things around here that we could do free. So it's just getting in the car and going.
Yeah,
and,
a lot of sites here too.
It's the gas to go and do it.
Like
when up all the places that are really close.
Yeah, and the hours were getting slow there, so my checks a week were only being like 100, 114 a week. So it's like, okay, I need just necessities. So now that I can work extra hours or working more in one job, I can have some gas money. I can stick in extra to go do a little sightseeing and filming and stuff. But yeah, sometimes when you have to really budget, you got to take a break from riding around.
Yeah. Well, I tell you something. Jimmy Rance got me in reference to his beans when he was saying that he couldn't eat beans. And I know you've seen the video now with my beans. I have got more hits and more comments about that cooking of those beans than I have on a lot of other channels.
It just depends on what people want to see. It's hard to tell out there.
Yeah, you never know. So, I mean, I'm going to do a couple more videos of different kinds of cooking because they're asking for them.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, that didn't cost me anything, just time to edit the video. But
yep, there's my daughter. Can you get me at 10 o'clock, please? I told her if she didn't find a ride home to let me know, I'd pick her up.
Yeah, I did a video on making chili, and
Yeah.
it's nothing special. It's chili we make all the time. But
But
I had lots of views on that one.
yeah, and it might be different than the way other people make it too. So, that's probably why I like to see various different ways of making it.
Hey,
Oh, what was that?
what happened?
What's the matter, kiddo?
Oh,
Ooh, I got my toe pinched.
I think Twinkie got smacked in the face by Bonnie's tail.
Oh. I'm sure that was a big tail because one doggy's bigger, right?
Right. She was sitting up here on the end of my chair, and she,
No, like you.
I think Bonnie walked by and smacked her in the face with her tail. She
But
gets
we got
really
a phone call the other day because I haven't been posting. That was before I posted my bean thing, and I haven't been posting very many, and because I haven't filmed anything. And
Yeah.
we got a phone call. Are y'all okay? We haven't seen y'all posting anything. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
like I say, I've been trying to do some of my photography because I got several photography pictures I can post in place of a video, and I do have some subscribers that say, yeah, beautiful, just keep, sure, if you can't make a video, just post some of your photography too. And I'm like, okay.
Make a montage of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ladies, since I'm seeing I'm going to have to go get her from work here in about an hour, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Thanks for everybody in the side chat that popped in to hang out.
Yeah.
And
All right. Well, it's good to see you again.
yep, I'll be a little bit more on here now that I call it the creeping crud is gone. So you ladies have a nice evening and
Okay. You too. Good night.
night.
Good night.